I realized that if you want something different, lady, in your life, or you will need to be and to do something different. Because at this point, you cannot just repeat the same action and expect to live a better life. So I started to think that, and as a business owner, as a strategist, as a psychologist too, because that's my background. I create a process first for myself, and it's a simple, flexible, evolutive, and fun process. Because I believe if it's too complex, you will not do it.
Amos Madra.
Tanéa Castro, growth hacker, entrepreneur, a warm welcome to you. Thank you so much for joining us from sunny Mexico. Wow, how are you?
Oh, thank you. I'm good, good, good. And in fact, I'm amazing. And thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Your journey is incredible. You left your home country of Canada, you moved down to Mexico. Just over the pandemic, you went through so many changes. Obviously, you've been in business for a long time, over 10 years.
Yeah.
Talk to us, run us back, take it all the way to the very start. How did it all begin, and how did you end up where you are today?
Yes, CASTRO NATION born from my biggest failure in business. So it's just a proof right here, right now, that you can survive situation like that. And at that time, I was in a misaligned business partnership in a business that didn't not reflect my true interests, with a list of clients that didn't have more respect for myself at that time. So I was really in a low self-esteem, low self-worth, and I got out of that business. My bank account was at zero, and my self-esteem too. So I didn't know at that moment if I wanted to continue in the entrepreneurship journey, or if I had to look for a job. So I didn't even know anymore what I was doing and who I was truly. I mean, if you back in the day, if you asking me, where are you? What are you doing? The answer will be beep, because the trauma was so big. So I even made mistakes in my own name, writing my own name. So that's not normal, okay? So in less than a few months, 2 months, I sold 100K in contracts. So things can shift really fast, and it was in 2014. So the question you ask is, what happened? What's the progress? So I think the first part is I realized that it's not a coincidence if I experience this rock bottom situation, because uh, I had a old story in myself that allows situation like just like this to happen. So I also realized that maybe at that time I said maybe abundance is expanded self-worth. Now I know that abundance is expanded self-worth, and at that time I had none. So that's why I manifested some rock bottom situation, or even a really anxious situation. I used to be so anxious with severe panic attack. I developed a eating disorder called bulimia. My abandonment wound was so big that impact everything in my life, not just my business, to be honest, and my bank account. That impact my relationship with my boyfriend, my friends, my family. Everything was painting with that self uh with that self abandonment wound in action. That was my abandonment wound in action. And then that rock bottom hit so hard that I didn't have a choice to walk with the unknown and to surrender. And that's where magic happened for me. It started to shift everything, because I couldn't stay in that old story, you know? So I realized, anyway, it's my point of view. I realized that if you want something different, lady, in your life, or you will need to be and to do something different. Because at this point, you cannot just repeat the same action and expect to live a better life. So I started to think that, and as a business owner, as a strategist, as a psychologist too, because that's my background, I create a process first for myself. And it's a simple, flexible, evolutive, and fun process, because I believe if it's too complex, you will not do it. I believe in complexity, there's no clarity. And to be able to move, you need to be really crystal clear about the goal. So that's why it's simple. And it needs to be flexible and evolutive, because the key to success for me is the navigation. So almost everybody want to start something, but not everybody will be at the finish line, you know, because they stop navigating. They believe they failed. And at this point, in my point of view, is not, you're not failing, you're learning. You're just in the learning process. And so that process, I did it for myself, and that process give me awareness, clarity. And with those, I envision what I really want to live. And at this point, after that, I strategize about, okay, this is the plan based on who I am, with the awareness and the clarity. And then here is the strategy. And then I can make a plan to make it happen. And then the secret is in the navigation until you make it. And I will say that you need to walk with this awareness to elevate your consciousness in order to manifest the world you want to impact. So that was the process. And then I say, oh my God, it works for me. And then I test it with one client, just to see. And then, oh my God, it works. And then I test it again and again and again. And here we are 10 years later, still living the life that I want, impacting the world the way I want. And honestly, I wish you the same. I wish everybody the same. And it's simple. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple.
Wow, absolutely incredible. An amazing journey. And, you know, to think from very low self-esteem, no self-awareness, no confidence, that it even affected your physical body,
Yeah.
leave alone your mental state and everything else that's going around you, to pull away from that, from the very bottom, to pull yourself up and to get to where you are today is an incredible achievement.
Oh,
Talk
thank you.
to, you're welcome. Talk to us about how that switch happened, how you switched from that low self-esteem to believing in yourself, being positive and confident in yourself, and having that self-awareness.
Yeah. You need to understand that at the moment where you feel that you hit the bottom, that's why it's called a rock bottom. When you believe, and it's not even a belief now, it's a truth that nothing's gonna work, that is where usually you need to shift and force yourself to think differently, to change the perspective. So at this point, I use my own knowledge as a psychologist to myself. And let's say that I enter into so we all have a belief system, and so I found what's the belief that I have good belief but not so good belief. So all of it is who I am. So we are our beliefs. So stage one. And then you need to enter a transformation process, because like I said, if you want something different, you need to be and to do something different. So there's a lot of transformation process, but what I've learned from my bachelor in psychology, I'm going to describe this to you because I'm doing it now with English. I'm a French Canadian, obviously. I think everybody can hear it. I'm not perfectly fluid in English, and that's why I'm doing it. I had this dream of mine of being able to speak English from really long time. And I didn't learn because I was ashamed about what if I fail? What if people laugh? What if, what if? And then the first stage is inaction. You want something, you dreamed about something, but you're never gonna make it. You're never gonna try. So it's the first stage. And then, so for me was, I think I dream about to speak English. And then the other stage is the awareness. So you started to think, oh, would be great. I could travel more, it would be great to travel, would be good for my job, for my business and all. If I could speak English, would be good for me. It's the same with if you want to work out, if you want to lose weight, if you want to stop drinking or smoking, it's the same process in action. Oh, I would love to quit smoking, but I'm not able to do it. I'm not doing it. It's the same. So awareness. And then the third is the preparation. So in the preparation, you start to think about all the way that you could maybe do it. And you started to talk about it. So in my case, I was saying, oh, how could I speak English? How could I learn? Or maybe I could watch Netflix in English. Maybe I could, whatever this is, and then I choose to do my social in English, my social media in English, and to work in English, because I said, if I force myself to be in an environment where everybody's speaking English, I will learn. I don't want to, for example, I didn't want to go to a school to learn for 1 year or 2 years. It seems too long for me. So it's the preparation state. And then I started to talk about the idea in my environment. I'm thinking about doing my social in English. Why? Just because I want to learn English. So it's the preparation state. So it's the same if you want to lose weight. Again, that makes me laugh, this comparison, because, oh, I would love to lose that 10 pounds. You started to think and to talk about it. And then here we go. You decide. The fourth stage, you are taking action. You're doing it. And then I did my first post in English. If I can go back there and reread it, I could even understand what I was reading. So it's funny. And then I quit because it was so hard. And this is normal. In the transformation process, you will be inactive and then aware, and then you prepare, and then you take action. And when you enter in the action zone, you will be threat with obstacle out your environment as much as the internal obstacle. So most of the time you will say, oh, let's go back to the preparation. Well, hold on. Or maybe just the awareness. Oh my God, it's a dream. Maybe I could do it, but not now. It's normal. So that's why the navigation is so important. It helps you stay in the action zone long enough to get to the consolidation part where the transformation is complete. Because along the way in the action part, you will start believing that you maybe made it. Or maybe I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Maybe. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Oh my God, you're my first podcast in English. If you ask me to join you few years ago, I will say, oh my God, no. So it's a proof that I'm still in the transformation process, and that's okay, and I'm still navigating obstacle, you know. So the power is in the navigation. So let's talk about the navigation. I learned to navigate with those skill set: consistency, resilience, patience, courage, confidence, empathy, and the basement, the foundation, it's self-love, self-worth. Love you, Tanéa, love you enough to make it for you. You deserve to get this dream. It's a small dream, but to me, it's big. And then do it. So it's about expanding those skill set in order to navigate, and you will be able to walk with your fear. Because yes, there's a fear. I was like shaking 5 minutes ago just because it's gonna start. Oh my God, I'm gonna do it in English for the first time, a podcast, and you will be able to learn to walk with the fear, to be friend with the fear, you know. So it become okay to be friend with this fear that you have inside you, because you know about resilience, you know how to increase that resilience, you know what courage and confidence is about, and you know how to expand those skill set. So basically we are failing so often because we have this self-image, this so like embody inside us, that we keep this old story, this belief inside us, and suddenly it pop out. And so you go back to the inaction state. So that's why people fail so much and don't live the life that they want, or don't achieve a goal, don't manifest the business life that they really dreamed of. It's because they stop navigating, because they don't walk with the fear, and they just need to expand those skill set in order to make better decision too. Because making I believe I am the result of my decision. So you need to start making better decision, right? So, but if those decision is based on fear, it's not gonna serve you. So let's walk with the fear, expand those skill set: consistency, resilience, patience, courage, confidence, empathy, self-love, and see magic happen.
Wow, incredible. Absolutely incredible. And, you know, I like what you said there, the navigation, because sometimes it can be difficult. You're ambitious, you're excited to embark on this journey. You start the journey, and sometimes it just doesn't go according to plan.
Yeah.
and you fall on your face, you end up eating a big cake when you said you were going to go on a diet, and the gym membership goes out of the window, and yeah, everything just falls apart.
Yeah.
And you spoke there about resilience.
Yes.
What are some of the practical things that we can do to keep
Yeah.
resilience and to keep going?
To increase your resilience, you need to find a sense of purpose. For example, why this is happening? What can I learn from that point? So why this is happening? Why I had this rock bottom business situation, for example. So it helps you reflect about the empowerment. So you're a part of it. You made it. You allow people to treat you that way. You allow situation to come to you that way. And so maybe there's so many things that the environment you don't control. What you don't control, you need resilience to navigate it. So find a sense or purpose. And most of the time, if I don't control nothing about the situation, maybe I can learn from that situation. So that's the first point. And the other one is really about the empowerment. So again, maybe I don't control the obstacle. I don't control the economy. I don't control the pandemic, for example, that hit me as a business owner. And I'm pretty sure I'm not alone. So why this is happening? First, why this is happening? What can I learn? Two, maybe I don't control the pandemic. That's true. But I'm responsible for my action now. And what decision and what kind of action I can make to improve what I found that I needed to do in the stage one. Because in my opinion, the find a sense of purpose to me was really powerful. If I take this example of the pandemic, so I reflect about the meaning, the how, what I can learn, but what the situation showed me that I had a lack in my financial situation. It just pointed the light where I needed to improve my business. Oh, wow. If I had do this or do that instead, maybe I will manage the situation way better. So this is happening to me because I will be able now to really focus on that part, and I will grow. So I will grow its empowerment process. And then so I'm responsible. And then you create a goal to take action, but a realistic one. And that's the problem of so many people. We set goals that we don't even believe that we can achieve. For example, oh, I will get out of the pandemic with 1 million in my bank account. Do I believe it? I don't know for you, but me at that moment, no, I didn't believe it. So if you don't believe it, you will make action in a place of lack, and you will not make good decision in order to meet your goal. So you need to start small, to create goals that you know you can achieve. So that will build your confidence and help you being even more resilient, because now you know that you can make decision that leads to an output that you want. So the next time you will face another obstacle, you will be able to be more resilient. And four, you need to let go. You need to surrender at this point and just trust, to stay in your power and trust that you are able to take action in a place that you are making the right move in the right direction. And no matter where you're gonna end, you're gonna learn something along the way, and you have the ability to readjust yourself. So that's why my process is flexible, because as you said, when you start taking action, you shit in the fan. I'm sorry, but this is it. Shit in the fan, because there's obstacle out there. And most of the time it's not always just external obstacle, it's internal obstacles too. So in my case with the English, is what if, what if people judge me? Of course they will. What if people laugh? Of course they will. So build a confidence that will be so strong that doesn't matter if people laugh, or doesn't matter if the if happen, you know you will be able to walk with all of it. And all of it is the beauty of it and the worst of it. So let go. It really is at this point a physical experience. I like to say that a human being is a physical experience. So everything starts with the body, or how it feels in your body. So the letting go, the surrender, is really how it feels in the body to surrender to the moment. So this is about the resilience.
Wow, what a beautiful explanation. And it's so empowering and uplifting when, I hear you speak. And I think there's so much value that we get from what you're saying. Now, knowing the audience, they'll definitely want to learn more about you. So tell us, what can we expect from you in the future, and how can the audience connect with you?
Oh, you can see me almost every day in Instagram and Facebook, and you can expect to see a lot of change in my business. So I will launch a few program to help you navigate, to create clarity. So I'm gonna have a program called Clarity Pathway. And then I'm going to have another program called Prosperity, Your Prosperity Prophecy, because it's all about the belief. And there's so many programs coming up. And if you want to know more about those skill set, you can click the link in the IG, and you will get access to a free ebook. It's completely free, and it's about those 7 skill set to help you navigate the situation and improve your resilience, your courage, your confidence, and stuff like that. So no matter what it is, if it's, for example, in your personal life or in your business life, you can apply those skill set. It just helps you achieve the goal that you want to achieve.
Incredible. What an amazing journey. What an incredible story. We'll put all the links in the description for the audience to connect with you. And
Thank you.
again, just so that they can learn more about what you do. But Tanéa, when I hear your journey, hear your story, from being rock bottom, as you said, to that self-awareness, self-understanding, empowerment, and then taking the action and going out there. And regardless of the hurdles and the difficulties that came along, just the resilience and the consistency of your journey has resulted in this wonderful person that we see here today. It's
Thank
just a
you.
great story, and it's very empowering, very uplifting. And I just want to thank you for sharing that with us.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. It's been great to have you. Thank you.
Bye.
If you want some amazing inspiration, check out the videos next to me, and I'll see you right there.